Where's my city? I thought he could probably find somebody who would be more into traveling, and I don't know, I had a family. I just didn't feel like I could devote the time to it that he wanted. But I think he found a more than adequate replacement in Glenn.
After I finished my senior recital and was done with a majority of my academic responsibilities, that I got to experience the town of Lexington and see a lot more of the bands. I saw Steve Poulton play several times with Lily Ponds. I first heard of Paul's music talking with Steve, and so I picked up some of Paul's records. It resonated with me right off the bat, and loved it.
So we're here to talk about Paul Kay. Remember Paul Kay?
Hard to forget. Hard to forget. I go to see the band, and they had Keenan Lawler playing bass, and Keenan is a brilliant musician. It's like, I'm gonna play bass in that band. I was cocky. I could play. I could do that. They had already made a bunch of cassettes, full-length cassettes. Like, I don't know how many, 20 or so. By the time I joined the band, but then we did 6 or 7 more, and the Patriots record was out. Started playing some shows.
They were touring Europe, trips to New York and other cities, but I never met Paul when I was in Lexington, actually. And after graduation, moved back to Chicago, and shortly after that, got a call from Steve wondering if I'd be up for playing a show with Paul. Basically baptism by fire, especially, playing with Paul.
I've been on stage playing with them when the moment hit, and when it caught fire, and it's like a flamethrower, man.
Well, we dated for 5 years, and I think we lived together for 3 years. He lived over on Lexington Avenue for a couple of years, and I spent a lot of time over there. And we used to, after I would get off work at Cheapside, I would go meet him over there, and we would play cards, and he would play music for me, and I would drink beer, and he would drink bourbon. But we had a great time, and he was always funny, and we had a lot to talk about.
I got lots of curses.
What year did you move into this place?
I think it was 1994.
So how long had you been dating when you
It must have been 2 years.
Okay. Was that a big decision to decide to live
Yes,
together?
it was. Something that I knew my parents weren't wild about.
Now he had the record deal with Alias. We got Maureen Tucker to produce our record. We had to have our shit together for this next record, for what would be Love Is a Gas. His ideal was, which was a great idea, to, if he had to rehearse, he was going to do it in style and rent a houseboat for a week and be able to bring his girlfriend and, make it something enjoyable. We toured on Love Is Gas quite a bit. We did go to Europe. We toured the States with it, I think it had been out a while. He was actually, when I left the band, he was just getting ready to record A Wilderness of Mirrors.
Paul was really looking like he was on the way.
They were on an upswing. I believe they were getting incredible reviews out of Chicago.
Absolutely great guitar player. Great on-stage presence. Fantastic poet with a rock and roll soul. He had it all, man.
record that really blew my mind would have to be Wilderness of Mirrors.